Hello all. Thank you for submitting to be my editor. You're one of only 56 people who are going to take a stab at an edit of this video. So the general gist description will be in the email, but this will help with a little bit more context. So this is a video that I actually already have pretty much edited, but I just never posted it to my YouTube channel for a couple of reasons. Like the main shot of me hanging out with these two cool watch people was like slightly out of focus the entire time because it was on autofocus, not manual. I goofed. And then the second thing is I started this video when it was kind of just like a video to have a video. So I really didn't do the initial research that I wanted to do. It was just because a new Apple Watch came out and I was like, oh, I just want to make a different video about it. But because of that, I'm not talking confidently about anything, and because of that I'm kind of stuttering, I'm losing my thoughts, I can't string one sentence together. So I think this is a really good test to see what you come up with. Make it a coherent, good video that would, live on my YouTube channel. You can watch all the videos that I've posted recently and really pay attention to how tight they are. I mean, just it doesn't drag out at all because, the jump cuts. So when I say jump cut, that basically means if you watch any YouTube video, most YouTubers aren't going to talk for 10 minutes without any cuts because, hey, we got to recollect our thoughts, right? So I'll do a little test for you, okay? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. Today we're talking about watches. And then I'll usually wait a little bit and I'll think about next thing I want to say, and then I'll say my next thing. We're going to compare the Apple Watch versus normal watches. What are some really popular normal fancy watches? Patek Philippe, Rolex, and so on. So when you put those two sentences together, that cut in between is a jump cut. And here's an example of doing it right. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. Today we're talking about watches. We're going to compare the Apple Watch versus normal watches. What are some really popular normal fancy watches? Patek Philippe, Rolex, and so on. And here is an example of doing it wrong. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. Today we're talking about watches. We're going to compare the Apple Watch versus normal watches. What are some really popular normal fancy watches? Patek Philippe, Rolex, and so on. I edit by audio waveforms a lot, so even if you have just 4 frames of silence, that's too much. And then once you have multiple cuts where there's just just a little bit of silence, the cuts aren't quick, then that's when the video starts to feel kind of dragged out and boring and just bad. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure your jump cuts are tight. And I think this video is such a good way to test that because, oh my gosh, yo girl Sarah Peachy really didn't do a good job talking. Usually when I'm talking about laptops, cameras, all the things I enjoy talking about, I can have a genuine conversation with you. You get the vibe that I know what I'm talking about, but this one, I literally am like, the Apple Watch is really cool. And that's the degree of all of the jump cutting that you're gonna have to do. And also with two people who aren't super used to, being in front of the camera, being YouTubers, so stringing together coherent thoughts with all of us and like forming a story and having this, having a meaning, I think will be a good challenge for you guys. Something that's always very important is to hook the audience from the very beginning. So something that I'll be looking for is just what's something exciting you can do in the beginning. I dropped some assets to reference this like moon mission that she was talking about in the beginning, and so that's a really great way to start this video of maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, up to like 40 seconds of her talking about this mission and the climax of, oh my gosh, it was like the watch that saved their lives, using some sound effects, using the visuals to kind of help that story be told, and then be able to kick it into when I'm in my office talking about the Apple Watch, and then transitioning into us sitting down talking about the different types of expensive watches, the Rolex, the Patek Philippe. You can show the B-roll of the watches and showing them off, and then them talking about what watches meant to their dad and blah blah blah, and then them starting a YouTube channel and yada yada. So just making this interesting, making it to be a 7 to 10 minute video. It doesn't need to be any longer than that, because remember, we want to keep things interesting. We want to cut all the fat. What I'll be looking for is seeing, hey, this clip that you left in, does it add to the story, to the bigger picture of what you're trying to communicate? So getting the jump cuts right is a big thing, hooking the audience in the beginning with some really cool visuals, getting them hooked. And then when we're sitting down on the couch, really choosing the clips that are the most interesting. And you know, you just got to trim the fat and make it tight. When you're finished with this video, literally watch your video and then watch one of my videos on my YouTube channel, and is it as tight? Does it move smoothly along with the story? Are you getting bored? All of these things. And hey, maybe it doesn't even have to be 7 to 10 minutes long. Maybe it's a little bit shorter. But hey, that's a part of the challenge, because I didn't even edit in a way that it was exciting enough for me to post it. So I think this will be really fun to see what you guys come up with. And then after, of course, I will contact a few of you guys and then talk logistics if I want to move forward with you. Very exciting. Ultimately, I would love to have just one person who's my editor, but it depends. If I like 2 of you, maybe I switch off between 2 of you, and don't worry, I have enough work to fill up 2 videos a week probably for each of you, but we'll see how it goes. Good luck. Thank you so much for taking time for this. And because you're setting aside time for me to try to get this job, I also want it to be beneficial to everyone. So I'm going to send out the link of the finished video that I made at the end of all this, so you can kind of see what it would look like if I edited it. And then also I'm gonna send a link for a live stream where we all can just collectively come together, the only 56 of us, and talk about your experience and ask me any questions that you have, because I would love to help you guys with this editing journey, and just as kind of like a thank you. So may the odds be ever in your favor. Okay.